All right, everyone, today's video is all about Bitcoin. So let's get right into it. So soon after the assassination attempt of Trump, he is already confirming that he will still be attending the Bitcoin conference in Nashville on the 25th of July, about 10 days from now. And people are very excited about it. Whether or not this is affecting the price of Bitcoin, I don't think so. I think this is just normal market conditions. We are in a bull market and we've been waiting for a little pulse up and we're finally getting that. But I just want to read you some replies to Vivek, who tweeted, he confirmed that Trump is going to be attending the Bitcoin conference in Nashville. This guy commented, Trump is going to have a lot to say about Bitcoin. Even if it's a single line about Bitcoin, it will be epic. That is a very, very low bar. What if he says, Bitcoin, I know nothing about it. Yay! It's really ridiculous when you see people so desperate to assign a hero, especially to something like Bitcoin, that does not need it. Bitcoin has done just fine. It's done magnificently without any endorsements of any politician. And if you think it needs a politician to move forward, it doesn't. What it does need is decentralization. That is what makes Bitcoin and any cryptocurrency able to survive regardless of what a politician or what any government's regulations try to impose upon it. Okay, always happy to pass on that sentiment. But all right, moving on, because I did mention a little bit about the price of Bitcoin at the time of this recording. It is trading at $62,500, which is pretty good. But I came across an article that pointed out some data to judge who's buying, basically, and what part of the world are they buying. And I thought it was really interesting and something I hadn't quite considered yet. Maybe you're going to find it interesting too, is if you pay attention to premiums of different cryptocurrency exchanges, meaning that there's an increased buy pressure on one particular exchange, especially if that exchange services users in a particular country. For example, Coinbase, based in the US, it does service international users, but mainly it's a US market. And when the Coinbase premium, when Bitcoin on Coinbase is at a higher price compared to other exchanges, especially those that are more international user base, like Binance.com, for example, right now, Bitcoin on Coinbase is more expensive. That tells us two things, that it's a lot of people in the US buying Bitcoin. Maybe that could be in part to what's happening with Trump and his involvement and endorsement of Bitcoin. But what's the best news ever is that this means this is spot buying. This is not people leveraging. This is not people buying paper Bitcoin. This is not people buying ETFs. This is people buying real Bitcoin. And hopefully these people are withdrawing Bitcoin from Coinbase into self-custody. That would be a perfect world, in my opinion. But so what we're seeing is it's spot buying. And what does that mean? It means it's a much safer way for us to judge this price movement going up. It is spot holders. Usually people that buy spot are willing to hold it. They aren't so much gambling on the price or day trading, especially if they're using Coinbase. So I think what we're seeing is a really healthy rise in the price of Bitcoin. If you think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. Love to hear it. But who else is buying Bitcoin? Whales have been purchasing this past last week dip in price. $4.3 billion worth of Bitcoin was bought up by whales. We haven't seen that amount of volume happening in whale activity since April of 2023. Remember when all the banks were going down and everyone was panicking about the banking system and moving towards Bitcoin? That was a fearful moment. And now I think what we're seeing is another impulse, because we are in a bull market, guys, towards the positive now. And now we have support from retail on Coinbase and whale activity now. $4.3 billion worth of Bitcoin. Keep that number in mind when you see FUD articles about Germany dumping Bitcoin. We have whales buying it up easily and willingly. That's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Tomorrow, I plan to release a video going over the updates of countries around the world and their regulations and their views and outlooks on cryptocurrency. We're going to talk about Argentina, Mexico, Philippines, Turkey, a lot of different places. So If you wanted to know a more international look of crypto, definitely less US focused, go ahead and hit subscribe and with the bell notification so you can be notified when that video comes out. Unless something huge happens in the news, that is the video that will be going out tomorrow. So thank you so much for tuning in. Hit like and subscribe again, and I'll see you then.